started, and I am pinning the information you need to always be here for our workouts. Let me grab hold of it. You guys are here early. It's Thursday. What a happy day. Getting a lot of love there. Maybe I should use my, okay, there it is, pin. All right, guys, welcome to our Instagram Live workouts. It's Thursday morning, and as usual here, Monday through Friday, usually around noon, for our workouts while we're in quarantine and self-isolation to help you guys stay active while things are up in the air. So you guys can go to my link in bio to opt in for email updates on when we're working out and who we're working out with. We have a special guest today, Shawn Johnson, a huge fan. Like the rest of the world, I love gymnastics, and I feel like I've lived all those moments of hers. So I'm so excited that she's here today. And gymnasts are the most gnarly athletes. Like, they put tennis players to shame. So I can't wait to do this sculpting workout with you, where we're going to work on balance, because that's what gymnasts need to do: balance and strength at the same time. Beauty, grace, and just fire. So anyway, with that being said, you guys go to my the link in bio to opt in for email updates. You can go ahead and use the code 20% off with Coach Venus at 11byvenus.com. This is our special code during quarantine and self-isolation that we're using, so that way you can stay active. So just trying to do our part to help people to be well and to be an 11, which is better than a 10. Always onward, upward. Okay, so with that being said, let's see if Shawn is here, and we'll give some shout outs to the folks who are here too. Hi, Koto Valofa's here, photographer extraordinary and artist. Christy Starr, know you. Erica Januza, Emily Glover, hi. Dominique Fujedi, hi. Hey, it is Taylor, I like that. And we row 3118. Guys, hello. All right, and Shawn's here too. I'm gonna add. Here we go. Oh. Okay, we're waiting for Shawn to join. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thank you for joining. I'm a massive fan, along with the rest of America and the world.
Oh, thanks for having me. Oh
Of
my gosh,
course.
I'm nervous.
I promise you're a super athlete. It won't be that hard. So.
Okay. Oh, thanks for the clothes, by the way. They're awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad you like
They're
them.
so comfortable.
Thank you. I don't think we're twins today. No.
Not today.
Not
I
today.
have the like tie one on.
Ah, right on, right on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. How's your baby?
She's great. She's upstairs
She's
with dad. So
big. She's so big.
she's she's huge. She's like 100th percentile and everything. She does not take after me, that's for sure.
So, do you think that, I mean, obviously she's only 6 months. Do you think that she'll play sports? I mean, I'm biased towards tennis, but do you think you get that question a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be a gymnast. I think she's already too tall. But yeah, she's definitely going to be an athlete. All she does is run around the house already, and she's so active. Maybe you could teach her tennis for me.
I love teaching tennis, but only like early in the morning at night, because I'm going to become a raisin if I stay in the sun too much longer.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Hopefully.
Okay, so how do you keep your competitive juices running? Because you, I'm sure, started just as young as I did. I started at 4 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you kind of get that competitive juice out, or if you just kind of let it go and focus more on being a mom?
No, I'm so competitive, and I don't feel like I can ever get rid of that. Every single day, I feel like I'm competing with my husband on a workout, or trying to be a better parent, or run up the stairs faster. I just feel like we're always competing against each other to do like dumb little competitions throughout the day. But I have to have some sort of competition, otherwise I get bored.
Mhm. Mhm. And you were on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that, because I don't think I could learn the routine. But do you think learning, choreography, or I'm not sure, is that what you call it in gymnastics, or
Yeah,
routines
yeah.
helped you to like be able to, did it translate to Dancing with the Stars?
I actually don't think gymnastics translated. I think being an athlete translated. I think the people who go on the show who aren't athletes have a harder time just because we're so used to being coached. We can take correction and direction a lot easier. So I think that helped me to kind of like learn. But you could do
Oh,
it. You could for sure do it. They kind of just push you around the floor. So
yeah, I'm very calm in tennis, but in other things I get very nervous and very tight. Like it
same
doesn't
too.
show, but I'm like so I'll get so nervous. So oh, I love that. I love that. So tell me about Beijing. I was there too.
Yes.
And so what a beautiful, beautiful Olympics. I of course love the Olympics, but it's even more special for an athlete like you because that's your moment to shine. And it's only every 4 years. I don't know how you guys
hmm
deal with that pressure. How do you deal with that pressure? And then just tell us like what that experience was like at the Olympics.
Well, like you said, Beijing was incredible. Just the how they constructed everything, how they ran everything. It was just seamless. So it was a really cool one to be like to experience. For me
Hmm.
though, as a kid, I was only 16 years old at the Olympics, and I think there was a beauty in that because I don't think I had the mental capacity to understand the magnitude of the Olympics. So for me, I was just this kid walking around googly eyed, and I'm like, this is so pretty. And then I got to go into the arena and play my sport and just enjoy it. And it's not until, now 28 years old, I'm like, holy crap, I competed at the Olympics and I don't know how I handled that pressure. But it was just, for me, it was just doing what I practiced and trying to distract myself from what was actually going on.
Yeah, I understand that because I think I felt that way in the first be 2 or 3 Olympics, but by the fourth one, I was
Yeah.
starting to feel them. Yeah, I was
Fourth.
starting to feel
You've been
it.
to 4 Olympics. Jesus. What? You're like, yeah, for my first, second, maybe the third and fourth, number 12.
No, if they have
Yeah,
like
you're
a
too keep going.
wheelchair race in the 12th, I'll be there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
otherwise, or a cane or something like that. Um, okay, so today I thought we could do like a cool workout. Of
Yes.
So gymnasts, you guys have so much balance. You have to have so much balance, and you train for that at an early age. And I think a lot of people during their workout, they're not necessarily training functionally,
hmm
and they're not focusing as much on their balance as they should. So I thought we'd do some balance and kind of some isolation strength. So we're not using any equipment. I think we kind of
Love
talked
it.
about this before because we don't want to like exclude anyone who doesn't have any equipment at home. It's really hard to get equipment now. I tried
Yes.
to order some dumbbells and kettlebells. It was because I don't keep
They're all
heavy
gone.
weight at my house, so I don't
Yeah.
have that much heavy weight. I tried to order some, and it was just wasn't an option. So
Yeah.
trying to get some intense workouts here without all that equipment. So okay, so can you before we start our workout, can you tell us about your podcast and your YouTube series?
Oh, yeah.
And I'd
So
love
my
to come
husband and
on.
I, yes, please. So my husband and I have a podcast called Couple Things, and it's all about like couples through. Um, and we just have fun and talk about embarrassing moments and pickup lines and anything crazy. And then we also have a YouTube channel called The East Fam, and we just record dumb challenges and videos and collaborations with fun people like yourself. So yes, we'll definitely have to have you on.
Yes, please. Let's do that. And I
Yes,
could be on
yes.
your podcast as the third wheel. So it won't be couples. It'll be that day will be called third wheel.
Hey, yes, yes. We'll have to talk about it. Yes.
All right, cool. Okay, so let's start. So we're gonna do some upper body and lower body, not so much core today. So let me try to lower my camera. All
Great.
my
Because after
equipment's
a kid, your core
broken.
goes bye bye.
Yeah, I've watched
I'm
my sister obviously as a super athlete, and she bounced back very quickly though. If you can imagine, she was breastfeeding during her first tournament back.
Heck no. Be like,
I think,
sorry, ref. I gotta go pump real quick.
yeah, it's
I
like
couldn't.
breastfeeding timeout. Williams
Yes. Yeah.
warning. Okay, so I might have to lower my camera a little more. Looks like I'm trying to like erase these exercises. That would be tragic. Okay, so I'd be standing here like I don't remember the workout. So we're gonna do like a deadlift across the body.
Are you using wine
So
bottles?
yeah, so far I haven't drank
This
them
is
yet. It's been really
amazing.
tough.
Wait, hold
So
up.
if you lower the camera a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
Oh
mine.
yes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go across the body. So normal deadlifts usually, are kind of like this with a single leg deadlift. So this time we're gonna challenge our balance and we're gonna go across the body. So we're gonna use our weights and go across the body like so. Okay, and so then the next exercise, we're gonna do a single leg rotation. So we're gonna rotate on that single leg. So that's this isolation exercise. We're going to feel that burn. And then we are going to do one last one. And I'm calling this one I'm calling this the perfect 10. So I don't know how often you've gotten the perfect 10, but we're going to go from a single leg up. So we're getting our upper back, our scap. This is a great back workout. We're going to get our shoulders. And that's the same thing you do in gymnastics when you're like, yes, you're at the end of the routine and you're like, I did that. Now y'all judges better recognize.
Yes. I love it.
Okay. All right. So let's start out a little bit easier so we can kind of warm up. So we'll start out with our rotation. So on a single leg, and we're going to rotate right and rotate left. And we're going to do 10 on each side. So what are you looking forward to when you get out of quarantine? What's your first thing you're going to do?
Oh, I just want to go to a restaurant. I want to go sit down and have a meal. What about you?
Well, I think anyone who's watched this before knows the answer to this question for me is I want to go to a rooftop bar and have champagne and Prosecco and dance.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Because I don't actually drink this champagne or else I won't have anything to work out with. So it looks like a gym in the background, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing to stay active?
It's like our basement. We outfitted our basement as a gym.
3, 4. So Serena and I used to live together for like 20 years. So she got married so she could be on your podcast. I'll tell her she should come on.
That would be awesome.
And
I need to have
so now we're
both
going to thread. Oh, absolutely. If you accept single people to the podcast, I'll come. Of course, we'll do YouTube together. I'm in.
Yes. Some sort of competition.
Okay, so we're going to go to that deadlift where we thread the needle. So we're going to keep the top arm straight. So we're going to challenge our arms too.
You might have better balance than me anymore.
My balance is, we work on balance as tennis players, but not as much. I find it, I like to do things quickly. So for me to slow down and do these exercises that take, I'm off balance, a little more time, it's like pulling teeth, but I know I need to do them.
I like doing things really fast.
Whew.
Oh.
So how are you staying active? What are your favorite workouts now?
I like doing just like full body HIIT workouts. So a little bit of cardio, a little bit of weight. Just keep it changing and keep it, I don't know. I get bored really easily. So I have to keep things constantly changing.
Okay, I have 3 mosquitoes on my arm at once.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Wait, Eunice, what state are you in? Or where
I'm
are
in
you?
Florida. So I'm in like West
Oh,
Palm Beach,
nice.
Florida. Okay, thanks
Oh,
for
super
keeping going
nice.
because I'm getting bit out here like crazy. Okay, now we're going to go to our perfect 10. So we're going to squat and our arms are going to go up. So we'll start single leg. Next set will be, we'll start double leg. Next set will be single leg. So can we reminisce about 2008? That was like my favorite Olympics beside, now I'm going to go a little too far back maybe, besides Sydney.
Reminisce. Was Sydney your first one?
Sydney was my first one.
What's been your favorite?
Sydney
Or
and Beijing.
Beijing?
Yeah.
Why?
It was just so well run. It was just, they took so much pride in that Olympics. It was so well run. I had a good time, managed to go all the way in doubles with Serena. It was just a great time, a great experience. And you meet a lot of people, you meet a lot of athletes. I think that's the best part is the people you meet. That whole Olympic experience is just unparalleled.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you stay in the village?
Did you see any other sports? I've actually never been to another Olympic event.
Seriously?
I mean, for example, in Beijing,
We gotta change that.
You guys play indoors or do your events indoors. We're outdoors,
Yeah.
so it kept raining. So they wouldn't change the time. They wouldn't change the times at all. They wouldn't move up the times. So there was one time I was playing a match and it was not before 1 a.m. And then it rained. So basically we would play way into the night. I would sleep all day until we had to go to train, and the U.S. Open's right after. And that's kind of how the Olympic is for the tennis players. My first Olympics, I played 11 matches in 10 days. So it's pretty crazy. And then you go to the U.S. Open after. So.
Oh my gosh. How do the Olympics stack up against the other competitions for you? Like difficulty-wise or like prestige-wise?
For me, the prestige is the biggest in the Olympics because, it's that one moment in time, and it's that one moment to not only conquer your competition, but most of the time conquer yourself and what you're going through. All right, so now we're going to do a variation, and we're going to touch our toes now. So I think that's what makes it hard because of the magnitude of it, the mental control that it takes to control your emotions, your fears, your performance, all of that stuff. It's challenging, to say the least.
Yeah.
So how did you, I mean, you said you were young, but was there ever a moment where it kind of dawned on you, oh my gosh.
About the Olympics? Yes and no. My coach was really, really good about keeping me distracted. So if he ever kind of saw that I was going quiet or I looked like I was getting overwhelmed, he would always pull me aside and be like, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? Where should we go in China and what meal do you want to try? He was just really good at keeping my kid mind in the right spot.
Agreed. Well, Serena and I, we played the semifinals at the Olympics in doubles. And, you know, if you lose the semis, you play for bronze. So we're playing this other set of sisters from the Ukraine. And like, okay, now we're going to switch to our perfect 10. And it was just the craziest match. Both of us going after it. And Serena looks at me and she goes, I don't play for bronze. I go for broke. I'm from Compton. And she's like just so fired up. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, okay, she said she doesn't play for bronze, so we have to win.
Who's more competitive between you and your sister?
I don't know. Probably she's outwardly more competitive. One more. Okay, we're going to do one more set. So today we aren't jumping up and down as much. Some of these workouts we jump up and down, but the challenge today is to be able to stay balanced. So if you can get through that whole set, being balanced, it's a win. I have not. I have a lot of mosquitoes biting me.
Oh no!
Trying not to show it. But I would say that she's outwardly more competitive, and I'm, you know, inwardly you can't tell what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But just in tennis, and I compete with myself.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm pretty laid back. I read something today, and it said, if you compete with other people, it makes you bitter. But if you compete with yourself, it makes you better.
I love that.
I love that
That
one.
was my whole like motto competing. My coach taught me never to like watch my competitors and to only gauge my performance on myself. And if you're constantly pushing yourself, then you're raising your bar. So
I agree. And it's the same way in tennis in a way too. Obviously, you got to know your opponent's strengths and weaknesses, but you have to pick your shot. You just have to pick it, and you got to execute it. And I think that's the same in life.
absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to raise our arm up, our leg up, and then we're going to rotate down and up and down. Then we're going to just add a twist. Whew.
These wine bottles are feeling heavy.
Right? Slower is better. And I keep trying to go fast because it's much like Ricky Bobby. I can't I can't slow down. So slower is better. Okay, so where are you now?
We're in Nashville. So,
Oh my God.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville must have the best Uber Eats menus in the world.
It does. Yeah. It's like true Southern food, which is so, so good.
All right. I'm actually going to go slow now. That's what this requires. That's what it takes, right? Got to do what it takes. The wine bottles, too, have an interesting balance because the weight's all at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it does make it more challenging to balance. Okay, let's do two more there. Whew. What's your least favorite exercise?
Burpees or in gymnastics?
I'm sure you did burpees in gymnastics, yeah?
Yeah. We did a ton of squats in gymnastics. And that always got old. But at like events, I always hated bars.
Why did you hate bars?
Probably because it was the hardest for me.
All right. Switch
What about
legs. In tennis, I hate practicing return to serves because it's boring. You're just sitting there and you return and you return and it's, you have to do both sides. You have to do forehand, you have to do backhand, and you have to do second serve, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
not gonna
serving.
lie. I don't think I could ever return to serve. Ever.
I'm
I
sure
would see
you
the
would.
ball go straight by me before my hand ever moved.
Have you ever been on the court?
Oh yeah. It's like a track workout for me, the way I hit a ball.
It's like a what?
The only thing I do the entire time is like sprint back and forth because whenever I hit the ball, it never goes where I want. It goes in the wrong direction.
Just tap it in.
Or I'll try to hit it and I'll go like way over the back fence. I have
In
no
the fence
control.
is better than the net. I hate hitting in the net. All right. So now we're going to go to a lunge isometric. So we're going to hold that lunge. Did you do a lot of isometrics? I do a lot of them for the tendons. Keep your
Yeah.
tendons healthy. So I don't know if you did a lot of those as well.
Oh yeah, tons.
And then we're going to do a single leg adductor. So the isolation, we'll just do that. And then the single leg adductor, we're going to challenge ourselves like so. More balance. So we'll get a little core in, and we'll get an adductor in, and then the next one we'll add variations, a single leg. Okay, so we'll go to our lunge isolation, and we'll hold those about 30 seconds. So a lot of these isolation exercises are very good for your tendons. You get those strong, you load them up with the isolation, you get them strong, and then you're able to not have as many injuries on the tendon.
You ask me if that's better. Text Andrew and ask her if that camera's better.
All right, we'll switch.
Okay, guys, I tried to fix my camera. Everyone's telling me it's blurry. Is it better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
Okay, what keeps you motivated?
Probably my competitiveness. I hate being really bad at stuff or not being able to do things. So constantly challenging myself to be better or to get better at something, or I don't know, just setting different goals every day is really what kind of keeps me going.
I think I agree with that. Sometimes when I'm on the court and I don't get something or the drill's not going well, I have so much anger. I think my team can tell because I get really quiet. It's normally on the court, I'm like singing, dancing, we're working very hard. And then when I get quiet, it means I'm very upset.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I go quiet, people know something's wrong.
So yesterday we were doing a drill, and I think the drill like lasted, 30 minutes, no water, because I was not happy with how it wasn't right. And I think sometimes I keep trying to tell myself it's not about today, it all adds up. So in 1 week I'll get it. But at that moment I'm frustrated because I want it to be perfect. And obviously in gymnastics, you're judged on perfection.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that? Like not trying to be perfect, but still knowing that you'll get there.
Oh my gosh. Repetition. I feel like at the beginning you're going to be bad at something just because it's the beginning. I think the only time like my anger starts to come in or like my impatience is when I can't progress and I kind of plateau or get stuck somewhere. And I think it's just like a reminder that if you keep working, you'll push through it. But I think it's the challenge, honestly, that kind of pushes me through. Because kind of like you said, there's nothing more frustrating than just like doing something bad or not getting it. So yeah, it's just a challenge.
Yeah, my coach and I, we joke about it's a terrible joke, so I won't say it here. I'll tell you offline. But in tennis, you know, there's all kinds of players, and then there's touch players. I'm more of a power player. So anytime I hit like a touch and soft shot, he's like, great hands. And I'm like, I have hands? What do you mean? Because it's called having good hands. And I just go, bam, you know, and whenever I have a good hand shot, I'm like, wow. So I've been working on my hands, and it's literally taken months to get any hands. But that was like a process of me trying something new. Is there anything in your life that you're trying new now, or any new challenges or skills you're adding?
Being a mom, oh my gosh. Being a mom is the hardest thing I've ever most rewarding. So every day it's like this challenge of what can I teach her, or how can I get better, or how can I be more patient? Just different challenges of that every day.
Yeah, I've watched Serena go through this process last set, and then we're going to burn it out on some glutes after.
Ooh, ooh.
On the peaches. Oh my God, this kind of burns. This actually makes your arms tired too.
Yeah.
So what is the most challenging part about being a mom? Because I've watched Serena, and I've never actually been around babies before. It's like my first time.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot too. What is the most challenging, and what did you learn that was most unexpected?
I think the most challenging for me kind of comes from athletics. I'm like a massive perfectionist by fault. And I think with being a parent, I just expected to be perfect at it. Or like I hold my standard at being perfect. And so I think the hardest part is accepting that like I've never done it before and I have to make mistakes. And the craziest thing I learned, I was never around babies either. I had never changed diapers. I had never babysat or done anything. So it's all a massive learning curve for me. But it's awesome.
Yeah, I never want Olympia to grow up, and I see her growing up in front of my eyes, and now I totally get it, like how they say it happens so fast. And I also understand too, like you see those commercials, and the people say, "Yeah, now I can play with my kids."
Yeah.
And like there'll be times I have like a knee injury, and I can't move, and Olympia comes, she's like, running, and I'm like, I can't chase you, I'm hurt. But I have to do it, and so I get it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to bend our knee, go up and out. Okay, other side, one more. So I think also like in terms of kids and family and relationships as an athlete, it's a kind of an interesting, and not to be mean or anything, a selfish experience, because everything is about you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is me. When am I working out? What am I going to eat? How am I going to get better? And that's when I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I think about instinctually, is how am I getting better?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that carries over into the rest of your life too. So how do you make that transition from like, you know, me to like being a wife and being a mom?
I think that part is really hard, just like you said, because you have to be selfish to be good at a sport. And you have to be good. Like, you have to be selfish in order to succeed. But the transition to a wife and then as a mom, I think I'm still working on, but my husband is also an athlete, I think, which helps because we both understand it. Sorry. We both do a really good job at like giving each other at least an hour a day to go work out and kind of have that selfish time, which helps. But it's hard. I mean, it's really hard, I think, for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm single, because I don't think I might be too selfish.
You just gotta find yourself another athlete. It makes
like,
it better.
Like, if you had a bad day, I don't want to hear about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna crab walk side to side, and then we're gonna fire hydrant out, and we're gonna add an ab. So we're gonna hydrant out, like so. So we're gonna burn out these glutes as we wrap up this workout. Okay, so have you been managing your diet in quarantine? Because for the first like 4 weeks, I was overeating everything.
Same. I think for me, it's just, and for a lot of people, you get to that point where you're like, this isn't a good situation. we gotta fix something. So my husband and I have a 60-day competition going on of who can not eat sugar, not drink alcohol, and get in the best shape they can in 60 days.
Okay, what day is it?
3.
Every day counts.
We just started.
So why did you guys start this competition?
Because just like you said, we were eating everything and just letting our lifestyle get lazy. And I think especially in the quarantine, like, you're already mentally affected by just the change of atmosphere and not being able to be around people and work out as much. So we needed something to kind of motivate us again and get us out of the funk.
Right.
What about you? What have you been doing?
I was eating pie. This is a shocker. Cranberry sauce out of a can.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, all right, girls, you got it! I just want to say you're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Good to
All
meet
right.
you, Venus.
Nice to meet you too. Good luck on the competition.
Thanks.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you.
I love you. Bye.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Cringy.
Okay, back to crab walks. I think, honestly, I feel like the couples who work out together stay together.
Yeah. Except my husband hates working out with me because all I do is correct his form.
Right?
Guys have the worst workout form, okay? They do.
If you aren't having good form, you aren't going to activate the muscles. You aren't going to get the benefit. You could get hurt.
Well, and then he was complaining about his back hurting, and I'm like, well, you didn't listen to me.
And having good form too is good for body awareness, and you kind of know like how to get your body to move. You can immediately move the parts of your body you need to move.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go back to our fire hydrants. Okay, so how did you make the transition from sports? Was that challenging?
It was actually really hard for me. Again, I think just as an elite athlete, you have to give everything. You have like your identity tied into your sport. And for me, going through that transition at like 16, I didn't know how to do anything else. I didn't know how to start over. And it took me a long time. It took me probably 4 or 5 years. I tried to come back into the sport because I felt lost and then still didn't want to be in the sport again. I don't know. But ultimately, it's just you gotta find a new passion. It just takes a while to do it.
So what did you find as your passions?
working out, little challenges, being normal. I feel like that was the hardest part for me after school, after the Olympics, was how do you go from winning an Olympic medal to just being normal? And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like, I didn't know how to allow myself to just go into the gym and do a 30-minute workout and not be there for 9 hours.
Yeah.
So it's just like adjusting perspective.
Yeah, that takes a while because as an athlete, you're a machine. So a lot of people say, when I leave the gym, I feel this high and I feel like all these endorphins. When I leave the gym, I feel like I can't walk.
Yeah.
You know, I'm exhausted. And sometimes I just have to stop because I've gone to failure.
Yeah.
And I've got nothing left. And I'm like, okay, I guess I can't finish today. I don't have anything left.
Yeah.
So I've never felt that exercise high. I felt that exercise crash.
Yeah, same. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you enjoyed that? I mean, I enjoyed it, but I also need a few days to recover.
Right? If it's not hurting really badly, not in the sense that you're like hurting your body, but it burns and you're out of breath or whatever it is, or mentally it's like taking a lot out of you, then I feel like I haven't done my job that day.
Exactly.
So yeah, that is hard to transition from, because you're going from like basically a machine to like, I guess, human, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And I think as an athlete, you'll always be that athlete. Like until you're 80, you're always going to be that, a gymnast first. You're going to think like a athlete and a gymnast.
Yep. Oh yeah. I feel like you can transition out, but you always still have it in you.
Okay, we got 5 left. There we go. Whew. We should have had Serena join, and she could have done like ab workout for new moms.
Yes. Yeah, I need that. Your abs just don't work after having a kid.
With good reason. That's like, it's amazing what the body can do.
Oh yeah. Shocking.
Okay, when am I coming on your YouTube? Like let's brainstorm. What am I doing? What's the plan? What's the idea?
We have to do something fun. We have to do a competition.
Okay.
Okay. I have an idea, and let's see if. Okay. I'll say we're doing this like challenge right now where we have. It's called the Newlywed Challenge, but it's not newlyweds. It's just like pairs of any kind. You could either be like you and Serena, or you and a friend, but you test each other's knowledge of how well you know each other. And you go up against like other athletes. We have like an athlete one coming up. Like Lindsey Vaughn's doing it. Lochtey's doing it. It'd be fun. Otherwise, we just have to we should go to a gymnastics gym.
Okay.
I'll teach you gymnastics, but you have to teach me tennis.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yes. What are your ideas? We could do anything.
I like the how well do you know each other challenge, because Serena and I have just we still remain codependent.
Yeah.
So that would be hilarious. I think her husband, Alexis, is very kind and dealing with all the codependence that's in my family. We just all it's just not her and I. It's my sister Isha, who just said hello, sister Ladrea, who's always on. We're all like this. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, he has to deal with us like always over his house. And sorry, Lex, we love you though. We love that guy. So yeah,
you marry your family, man. You marry the family.
Yeah, you really do. And you know, he married a good one. We could be fighting, you know, it could be worse.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to try that. That'll be fine. And
okay, so we got YouTube.
We can do it tomorrow. We're down.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, but I got to get Serena to commit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I think she'll do it, but I don't know if she can do it tomorrow.
Okay, anytime. No rush.
Yeah. I usually say I can't answer for my sister, but I think she'd be excited to do it.
That'd be awesome.
And then we got the podcast, so we'll continue our lovely friendship.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. I was so excited. A fellow Olympian. And I'm looking forward to staying in touch and us doing another workout together and
Thank
challenges
you.
and everything.
May as well. You are awesome. I've been a huge supporter and fan of yours forever. So thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
awesome.
you. Lots of love. Be well.
Thanks. You
Thanks.
too. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. So that was Shawn Johnson, and I love her. I love her. She's so sweet. New mom, championship athlete, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let me see if I can change this view. Is that not working? I think it went crazy. All right, so now it's time for questions. And guess what? I got answers. So if you got a question for me, please put it in the question box. And depending on the time, I'll see how long I can stay with y'all. Oh yeah, we got time. We got time for questions. So I'm very excited about the questions. Okay, so that was such a great workout. Now today we didn't do as much jumping. We didn't do as get on the ground, do abs, but we did a lot of balance work. So we worked on our balance and we worked on burning out our arms in a very different way and also burning out our quads in a different way. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I try to bring you different things, to introduce you to some of the workouts that I'm doing, some of the workouts that everyone else is doing. And I'm very excited about it. Let's go to the question box. This is from Tosiu Fodiki. Sorry if I got that wrong. Okay, so these are tips for weight loss. So tips for weight loss, I would say that, I say diets are a bad four-letter word. You should only use them in an extreme or as a catalyst to, get your program started if weight loss is your game plan or if you're trying to shred or whatever it is you're trying to do. I would say get a healthy lifestyle. So eat well, let's say 90% of the time, and save the 10% of the time of sweets. So maybe that's 6 days a week, and maybe 1 day a week you have a treat. So I would go ahead and add in some exercise too. Once again, you don't have to go 7 days a week. That's not sustainable. Go ahead and try to maintain 3 days a week. And some days if you can only do 2, you did 2. It was better than nothing. So be consistent and don't expect to be perfect. Perfection, it's for, I don't know, machines or something like that. We're human. So allow yourself some room to have some fun moments, to have some rest. Okay. Let's see. This is from Kim Thorpe 98. What do you think about during the sit down changeovers during a match? I got to be honest, a lot of times my mind is blank. I'm just really focused on, if it's been a long game, just making sure I take deep breaths, making sure I hydrate enough. If I'm eating something, take a drink. Even in some crazy matches, if it's the third set 5-4 and I'm like down and trying to stay in, a lot of times still my mind is clear. So thankfully I stay relaxed. Theoretically, I could be thinking about game plans. Maybe I should, but I like that. I'll think about my game plan more. More questions. What's your favorite breakfast before a big match? Hopefully I'm not playing at 11 o'clock. 11 a.m. is a nightmare. Because 11 a.m. you have to be up by 8 a.m. latest. On the courts by 9 a.m. latest. And playing the match on the course for a warm-up 9 a.m. latest, playing the match by 11. So yeah, I don't want the 11 o'clock match, but just a combination of carbs and proteins. This is from Sebastian No Menasa. Did you visit Ghana next year? Will I visit? I'd love to. My family loves Ghana. I've never been. I missed that family trip, so I would really love to. Okay. This is from Gianna 586. Raise your hand if you see this. Hi, Gianna. Okay. Oh my gosh, will I play 15 more years like Martina did? That's from Tom Crawford 313. No. But I admire Martina for that. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that, because it's just she's just one of a kind, and there's not a lot of Navratilovas. I was just watching her yesterday on like tennis classics. Fitness level was wild. Even at the age of 50, I think she was like top rated in the WTA for fitness. It was nuts. Okay, Venus. This is from Rand Beer Pintal. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, folks. Hey Venus, can I get a good luck from you before my AP Chem exam in an hour? Oh my God, yes. Kill it. Kill it. Chemistry, I loved it in high school. High school was so long ago. I was not cute. I was like never been kissed, truly. Okay, would you do Dancing with the Stars? This is from Chai42. No, I wouldn't because I might not win and I would be too upset. So that's why I wouldn't do it. And I get really nervous outside of things. So, but we don't ask for less challenges, we ask for more skills. Maybe I should do Dancing with the Stars. All right, have I ever been to Chicago? This is from Thomas Griffin. We need a Chicago tournament. I have been to Chicago and I've played in Chicago. This is many years ago though, so I hope tennis comes back there. Oh my gosh, the question box is very full. So I'm going to try to get more. I see you guys in the feed here. Thank you guys for all this love. Let's see if there's any questions here in the feed that I can get to. Hi, can you wave to me from Spiritually Blessed? Hi, how are you? Getting a wave here. And would I be on the Bachelorette show from J. Pats W? We had Tyler here from the Bachelorette. And he's awesome. He's my neighbor too. And he's a cool dude. I think we're going to be good friends and going to hang out and do some fun things together down here. But no, because I really am a bachelorette. Like, I think I don't know what's wrong with me. So I probably would not come out of the show in a relationship. This is not good. Tips on abs from Lisa Rankin 90. Tips on abs, I would say the quickest way to ab definition is to do weighted abs. So do it with a weight. Grab yourself 5, 10-pound weight, 20-pound weight, and do them with that weight, and you will see results much quicker. How do you develop mental toughness? This is from Drew Bratton. Mental toughness is something you work on. It is not something you wake up with. It is something that you work on, and it is a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. So I would go ahead and set my goals. Write down your weaknesses too. This is what I'd like to improve on. And then write out a plan of how you're going to get there. For example, when I was younger on tour, and in tennis it's called serving for a match. And serving, you're supposed to win that game when you serve. So when you're serving for that match, you get a little nervous, and then you lose the game, and next thing you know, you're in like some insane battle when you had it on your racket. And so that was something I realized I had to work on. So I worked on that, and then that's something champions do is hopefully you can serve it out. So you figure out what your weaknesses are and figure out how you want to get stronger, and then that starts to catapult and transition to other parts of your life. All right, going back to that question box. Oh, going to the top. This is from Lady Isha 01. What African countries have you been to and what's your favorite? So I've been to South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. Nigeria, hands down, is my favorite. Because as a family, we had so much fun. It was a blast. So, love me some Nigeria. Okay, Planet Olivia. Do I see Michael Rosani here? Okay, Planet Olivia, will you add workout equipment to 11? So we do have workout equipment now. We have bands at 3 strength levels, and we have jump ropes. It might be sold out of the jump ropes. And we have resistance ropes. So those are still on 11byvenus.com, so you guys can grab yours. And we're trying to get them back in stock. We're on low stock now, so we're working on getting those as quickly as we can. Do you drink champagne before or after the workout? I've taken a break from alcohol for the last couple of weeks, but in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be scheduled to drink those bottles after the workout. And I think we should do a Zoom and have some drinks, Planet Olivia. Okay. More questions. This is from SKB FC Kaffel. What more do you want to achieve before you retire? Um, of course, I'd like to add the slams that I have come very close to, but not quite under my belt yet, which would be the French and the Australian in singles and Wimbledon, US Open in mixed. So those two would be awesome. Maybe a mixed doubles gold medal. That would be unbelievable. I came literally points away last time. Didn't quite get there. So those would be amazing. Yeah, I'd love that. But more than anything, just winning matches is what I want. This is from Ruth 4. What Olympics was the hardest mentally and physically? They're all different. They're all challenging. Sydney was very difficult in the terms of just playing so many matches, but I think I was just so green that I didn't think about it, playing all those matches and all those days. So there is, innocence and youth, I think. Definitely Rio was challenging for me because in singles and doubles we just didn't play as well as we normally would have. So, a loss in singles and then have to recover, a loss in doubles and then have to recover, and then kind of thinking, okay, I hope that if I'm selected for the mixed doubles, the team believes me enough to think that I can recover from this, and kind of finding some redemption in that. So that was really, really challenging to pick yourself up and time after time after time within a short period of time and still believe. So thank you to Coach Mary Jo Fernandez for believing in me and selecting me for that. So we brought home some medals for the USA. When do I plan to retire? This is from Rador Shawn. Not soon. Let's put it that way. So I'm doing this a little longer because I love it, and y'all got me for a little longer, and I love being outside. So as long as I can stay outside, I'll be doing it. This is what's your favorite time to work out, from Abby Neal. Now I've been doing about a couple hours of fitness before I see you guys in the morning, and then I do another few hours the evening of tennis. So I'm starting to love playing tennis in the evenings. It's very calming and relaxing, and I don't like the morning. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't want to play the 11 a.m. match. I don't like the morning. So, yeah, that's kind of my routine right now. This is from Millie Vanilli. Really? Love that. Millie Vanilli 4. Why did you choose tennis instead of any other sport? My parents chose tennis. I did run track for a couple of years, but tennis was at the forefront, and my parents, I'm grateful for them because they hadn't pushed me and kept me in the game. I wouldn't have known to continue to do it. So I really believe I was meant to play tennis. This is my calling, and I love what I do. So yeah, I choose tennis every time now. This is from Beck Love Bug 36. How are you surviving quarantine? There are some moments where it doesn't feel real, and I think I'm surviving quarantine by just working harder, staying on the court, staying in the gym, still working on my wellness. And that's why I'm doing this with you guys in conjunction with 11 by Venus, just so you all can also stay fit and stay well and survive quarantine too by having something to focus on. Who's my dream mixed doubles partner? I think me and Alexander Zverev, when he was here, we talked about playing mixed doubles. This is from Minion Master QTM 2.0. So maybe that's my dream doubles partner. Love to play with Nick Kyrgios, Agent Carlos Slimer. You got to make that happen. Lots of great questions today, guys. I love that about motivations, workouts, etc. Someone says tennis is a great social distancing sport. That's from GMO 4432. Shariri. Sorry, she said this helps big time. Thank you. Thank you for joining these workouts. It's a challenge for me also to continue to think of things that will be challenging for you in these workouts. So thank you. That's motivation for me. Someone says Kim Thorpe, Bob Bryant. We played together once, 2006 Wimbledon. We got to the final. So yeah, that'd be great. All right, guys. thank you so much for joining. Remember, you can see these workouts. Go to my link in bio so that way you can opt in for email updates for when these workouts happen, who will join us, and what time we'll be having them. You can also use the code Coach Venus for 20% off and the code Stay Home for 20% off on special collections. And this is special while we're in quarantine and self-isolation. We also have a Spotify playlist. We don't always play music because we're in this fun dialogue with our guests. But we do have a playlist that sometimes we're playing on those workouts, especially when I come to you by myself. So guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for the motivation. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the great questions. I appreciate that. I love these question and answer sessions. They're really fun. I love connecting and engaging with you guys. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We have a great workout. I'm not doing it this time, so I'm looking forward to learning. You guys take care, be well, be safe, and please stay positive. All right, see you tomorrow.